a thing that you if you're paying any attention to the Browns training camp news at all, every day Justin texts us the training camp notes like he's like the sideline reporter or something.
Yeah, he's Mary Kay Cap.
Yeah. But Donovan Peoples-Jones is essentially stealing the show at camp. He is. I mean, with Jarvis and like Odell and them not being in all the time, he is. I mean, we've been calling it for a while, saying that he's going to take a big jump, and it seems like he's primed to do so.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of run with the first team, getting a lot of first-team reps with Odell kind of being sidelined. And then obviously Higgins has been injured as well with his ankle. He's been out. So he's really flourishing in the time he's getting with the first-team offense.
He's pushing Higgins out. And
let's not act like he's not going up against good secondary either. He's going up against guys like Denzel Ward and Newsome and Green. He's going against some of our best guys.
Yeah, he's going against if he's running with our ones, he's going against the ones on defense.
Right. So we kind of knew, or didn't know, but we said, this guy's got all the physical tools to be a really good wide receiver for the Browns in the NFL. Obviously in college, he was good. He wasn't great, but has Michigan been great? No. It's hard to expect greatness from a team that hasn't had a quarterback in the past decade that was any good. So it's going to be interesting to see that battle here into the preseason, because he's still going to, even though he's with the first team, he's going to get reps in preseason. It's not like, he's with the first team now, he's going to play the first series and be out. He's going to get reps here on next Saturday night. I think we play Jacksonville, right? Mm-hmm. It is on Saturday. It'll be interesting to see, him versus Higgins, who's going to get that third spot. How many wide receivers do we keep?
I don't know, but I was just reading a report too. They said another guy that has been stepping up, and I think we saw him a little bit up there on Friday, was Kadero Hodge.
Okay, so
there's only so much room.
So I did a little research on what is being said that they think that the Browns are going to do. They're thinking that they're going to keep 4 tight ends, which is a typical kind of Browns type of a thing, especially with the run game. So now you're looking at, really, are you going to keep 5 wide receivers, or are you going to keep 6 on your roster? Which one are you going to keep? Because what that'll end up doing is it might push out a fullback, and Andy Janovich might lose a spot.
I don't see that, though.
Dearness Johnson or Demetric Felton, Now one of those guys get cut because you're keeping that extra wide receiver.
I think you're keeping 3 running backs.
So right now, who do you think your 3 you're keeping? Obviously,
right now it's Chubb and Hunt, and to be honest, it's Felton, because he's been doing well, and Dearness I know is for his kid, but Felton's he's another guy that they're talking about how he's looked really good in camp. I
think that'll be another thing with the preseason coming up. Those 2 guys and what you see. But yeah, so wide receiver wise, we're obviously looking at Odell, Jarvis is 2, Higgins and DPJ are 4 and 5, and then you're looking at 3 and 4. Then you got that 5th spot on. Is it Hodge is going to get that 5th spot, or do you keep one of those like a JoJo Natson?
Schwartz. We're not even talking about Anthony Schwartz.
Forgetting about Schwartz. Schwartz is making the team, so there's your 5th guy. So it pretty much comes down to Hodge. Are you keeping Hodge? Are you keeping an extra running back? Are you keeping your fullback around, or are you going to only take 3 tight ends? Well, we already know we got 3 tight ends we're wanting to keep. Normally, you keep a 4th one as a special teams, kickoff, just a blocking type tight end in the goal line situation.
I don't know. With OBJ coming off of that injury, and you're just, there's just no guarantees that if he goes out there week 1, he's up to speed. Right away. He might not be able to play 100%, like a full
he might not be.
Count.
Yes.
So therefore, you might need to keep an extra insurance piece at the wide receiver position, at least for maybe the first quarter of the season, just to say, okay, we're only going to give OBJ, he's on a snap count. Or whatever. He's only going to play 25% of the snaps, and then we got to make sure we've got that rotation.
So you're going to keep 3 linemen, I'm going to say, or 3 running backs, probably keep 7 linemen.
Yeah, I would say.
So that's 10. You're going to have 3 quarterbacks. Do we keep 2
quarterbacks?
I think you only keep 2. I think you keep 2. You probably get our 3rd guy. What was his name?
Lualetta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you probably get him.
Practice
squad. Yep. So he'll still be around. But yeah,
you're up to 12. So then if you keep 6 receivers, that's 18.
4 tight ends.
4 tight ends is 22. That's still less than half of your roster, and your offense is set. So
yeah. So it's looking. the Browns are going to be getting rid of somebody who we've seen on the field
A lot.
You know, if it's a Hodge, if it's
they get picked up
Dearness Johnson,
quick.
if it, you know.
Well, and that'll be that'll be one of them right there. It's either going to be Johnson or Felton. You know, they're not keeping 4 running backs. They'll keep 3.
They'll keep 3 for sure.
Because you got to have somebody for special teams. You know, you got to have those fill-in guys as well. You know, you're the third running back. You're not just the running back. So
Correct.
Right. So I know that you're saying Felton is kind of taking, you know, maybe gotten flashed a little bit in training camp, but maybe Dearness Johnson beats him out just because he can do the special teams thing.
Yeah, but he's been returning kicks and stuff too.
So it'll be interesting. That'll be interesting.
That
interesting
third
to
receiver
see.
spot, that third running back spot. There's some things that need to get decided in preseason for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So like preseason's actually going to be like
it's going to mean something to watch.
It will, because we're going to be finding out who's winning these position battles that we've been talking about.
It's kind of nice too that our position battles are the second and third and fourth strings, because now I have a reason to watch the preseason game in the second quarter. You know what I mean? Because
it'd be interesting to see who goes out there and, you know, receives that first kickoff, who's back there for a punt. You know, that'll give you, if they're out there in the first preseason game, they're winning the battle right now.
Or who's starting at running back in the first game, because it's not going to be Chubb and it's not going to be Hunt.
No. Yeah.
I don't think. Do you guys think any of those guys play against Jacksonville?
Maybe a series.
I don't think Nick Chubb for sure. Maybe Hunt for a series, just to like get some of the offense. Yeah, get the offense out there, the gist of it for a little bit, just to like play calling wise to see how things would go.
I could see the full offense coming out except for like Jarvis and maybe Chubb for basically the series, whether it's 3 and out or it's a touchdown and then they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
It will be.
Game was boring last night for most of it, but it was football.
Yeah. And I tell you what, Tom Benson Stadium on TV
looked like it
looked like a full-time NFL stadium.
Yeah.
It looks freaking sweet.
It's awesome up there.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Yeah, if you're fans of our, you know, podcast and you don't live in Ohio, you're from, you know, one of the other states, coming to Hall of Fame. Yeah, you know, if you're coming to see the Hall of Fame in the next couple years, there's some big things happening in that location.
Yeah. Just don't go across the street.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard, Canton's not the coolest place.